early design phases of projects, it's really important to look at all the options. Once a specific use case has been identified, a specific dispatch profile is known, it becomes very important to look at all the different technologies available and all the different OEM products that are available and simulate how each of these will perform that specific use case. I'll give a very kind of brief example. So for a use case, for instance, if that involves kind of holding a charge within a battery system for a long period of time over the day. So in other words, you're charging up your battery and then leaving it as such and waiting maybe for an outage event or waiting for some other event most of the day. In that scenario, the use case probably favors a technology that doesn't have a discharge rate, because if you use a technology with a high self-discharge rate, you're going to end up spending a lot of energy over your project lifetime just sitting idle. So versus on the other hand, if you have a use case that has very high cycling, so you're always cycling your battery system, then that's obviously a case where you favor a technology with high cycle life, less losses or higher round trip efficiency, for example, because if you use a technology with lower efficiency or cycling efficiency, in that case, you're really going to feel its pain if you're cycling it all the time. So maybe if you have a technology that has a little bit higher self-discharge, but it's more kind of efficient, then you're probably good using it for cycling because you won't feel the burden of the high self-discharge in that case because you're not trying to hold the charge for a long period of time. Long story short, just once the use case is identified, once the dispatch profile is known for the system, then that's where you want to see how different technologies would perform. We very often get asked what's the best technology to use, and to rather than each time giving the typical best answer or the typical energy storage industry answer of it depends, we started putting together these score sheets that compare technologies in reference to a standard use case. So created different standards of dispatch profiles, and then we compare different technologies executing these standard dispatch profiles to make it easier for developers and utilities to know where different types of technologies or the use cases in which different types of technologies excel.